Good day to everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Mark Adriel Santos, 16 years old of ABM 11 YA-2P of Our Lady of Fatima. In this channel, I post videos about school-related content for my requirements in school. I am here today to discuss mathematical topics that may help you in the future. The topic for today is simple and compound interest. For my performance task in general mathematics. Stay tuned and be ready as this topic is long. Also, prepare a pen and paper as you will be asked to solve problems to ensure that you understood our discussion. In this video, you would be able to first identify and solve simple and compound interest computations. Second is differentiate between simple and compound interests. The last one, understand terms used in business mathematics. The topic for today is simple and compound interest. First, let us understand and define what a simple interest is. Simple interest is a method of calculating an amount of interest in a loan in an easy manner. Simple interest is determined by multiplying the principal amount by the interest rate and by time. Now, let us move on and try to understand terms used in business math. The first terms are interest, principal amount, rate, and time. Interest is the fee that has to be paid from borrowing assets and money. Principal amount. It is the amount of money borrowed or invested. Rate is the percent of the principal paid as interest per time period. Time is the number of days money is borrowed or invested. Maturity value is the sum of the interest and the principal amount. The next list of terms are about time. Annual or annually is yearly. Semi-annual is every half a year or every 6 months. Quarterly or quarter is every 4 months. Monthly occurs every month. Weekly occurs every 7 days or every week. And last but not the least, we have daily. Daily is every 24 hours or every day. After getting an idea about the terms, we will now need to understand the abbreviations or units of the terms. I stands for interest, P stands for principal amount or loan, R stands for rate, and T stands for term of loan, or in much simpler terms, time. The formula for solving simple interest is as easy as it gets. As you can see, if we are looking for I here, which is interest, all we need to do is multiply P, R, and T, and we would get I, this one. If we are looking for P instead, all we need to do is multiply R and T, then divide it to I, which is interest. Then we would get P, which is principal amount. If we are looking for T, which is time, all we need to do is multiply P and R, then the product will be divided to I, which is interest. Last but not the least, we have R for rate. If we are looking for rate, all we need to do is multiply P and P. Then the product of it will be divided to I, which is interest. Then we would get R. Since you already know the terms and formulas that can be used to solve a simple interest, I will now be giving an example problem, which I will discuss for you to properly understand the lesson. Giz wants to have an interest income of $500,000 annually. How much must he invest if the bank offers him a 20% annual interest? The first thing we need to do is determine the given information and properly arrange them. Since we are identifying the given information, we should first look for I. We have already determined that 500,000 is a given information. Giz wants to have an interest income of 500,000. It said interest income, and I stands for interest. So $500,000 will be written in I, or interest. And annually, which is yearly or 1 year, can be considered as T or our time. And how much must he invest if the bank offers him a 20% annual interest? Now, since the last information we were given is 20% annual interest, remember that a number that has a sign, a percentage sign, is mostly the rate, or R. We have 20%. After determining the rate, we would always need to divide it to 100 to get the decimal form. Now, let us try getting the interest rate by following the instructions I have given. When you are dividing to get the rate, you can just use a calculator. 20 divided by 100 is 0.2. 0.2. Now that we have all the given information, we can arrange them to see what is missing and determine the formula that we need to use. We can see that we already have I, which is interest, which is 500,000, and T, which is time, equals 1, and rate 20% transformed into 0.2, and since we already have IPR, all we are missing is P, which is principal amount. Now that we have determined P, or principal amount, is missing, we can now choose a formula to use and solve the problem properly. After determining the formula to use, solving the problem would be possible and easier. To solve this, we substitute the given that we have collected to their rightful places. It would become something like this. Equals I is interest, which is 500,000, is in the numerator, and R, which is rate, which is 0.2, and T, which is time, which is 1.
Solve this first. Solve the denominator for first. 0.2 times 1 is equals to 0.2. Then the answer will be like this. E equals 500,000 divided by or over 0.2. To solve this, we can use a calculator, a scientific calculator to make it easier. And the final answer is 2,500,000. The final answer should be written like this. E equals 2,500,000. Very easy. Now, I want you to solve an example problem. Serene invested $50,000 in a bank with a 5% annual interest. How much will the investment be in 5 years? Pause the video while you answer. After you're done answering, resume the video, as I will also answer the example problem I've given you to help you understand the parts that may have confused you. Are you done? Let us start answering the problem. First, determine the given information. We have $50,000, 5% annual interest, and 5 years. First, let us determine what is E, which is principal amount, and R for rate, T for time, and I for interest. Principal amount, we have $50,000. So we'll write 50,000 here. After that, rate is 5%, which we will divide it to 100, and the answer would be 0.05. And time, or T, is this one, 5. And I, for interest, is missing because the problem asks how much will the investment be in 5 years, which is interest. So in this problem, we will look for interest.